record this. So just kind of very quick sort of sketch. So I can just review the color. As I told, this center portion is going to be our main thing. This windows and all are going to be the beauty over here. Yeah, so I mean that's this kind of very quick aspect. So just gonna show you the color that how we're gonna do this one. Then we'll just start with the painting part. Okay. Yeah. So for the first layer, as I've already told that you don't have to use much colors. We'll be mostly going with a very simple light yellow ochre and all in the first layer. You don't have to work a lot. And even in that yellow ochre, we should get the variation. To get that variation, what you should do that you can just simply wet that particular area. And at some places you use yellow ochre, some places you leave completely white. So in that way, you get some variation. If you just need to want, if you just need more variations, you can get more different shades of yellow, like lemon yellow, yellow ochre, and maybe there are some more brighter yellow. But I mostly just go with yellow ochre, maybe just Naples yellow at some places. So as I've told, if you just want to get some more variations, you can just simply wet it at some places. Like that's my palette. I'll make some mixes before I start, like that yellow shades. Yellow ochre very lightly. Like this portion is kind of very highlighted area, so I'll not work much on that. I would say. Like firstly, I'll just apply this pure water, just this particular small area, so I can have the proper variation. If I just use or take that yellow ochre and just I directly go over there, so what will happen? I'll just get very flat colors. I'm not going to get any kind of variation or not. So I'll just simply wet that small particular area, and then if I just wet it, so I'll just get very good variation. Because just keeping this thing flat is not going to look good. You have to make variation everywhere. Like I'll just use yellow ochre, especially the bottom portion. Top portion is always kind of highlighted. While coming down, if you make it darker, that gives more depth in this. So while coming down, I'll use a bit of yellow ochre. Upper portion, I'm just leaving it completely white. So this kind of variation will it's not like you just have to get everywhere that yellow ochre. It's not gonna look good. So at some places that yellow, at some places lemon yellow, but some places even you can use a bit of orange color to add a bit of texture, just like that. So that's like a little bit of yellow ochre. And if you just need some more variations, if you just want to add some more colors, you can add a bit of orange color and mix with that yellow. And just one more thing, you have to make sure that you're taking a lot of water in the first layer. That's the first layer. You have to keep it very light, and you just have to take a lot of water everywhere, almost everywhere. So I've got that orange. Some places I might use, especially at the bottom portion. Just are some places just to add more variation because, as I've already told, try to use more colors, more than one color at least, because that will add more maturity to your painting. Otherwise, it will look very childish if you just simply use flat colors and all. So just try using more colors like orange and all, just to have some variation. Just similar to this color, whenever you're adding the first layer, like this is a yellow wall. So like whatever colors are similar to the yellow, you can use that. Like which comes close to that, which can be easily mixed with the yellow. Or you can't just use directly that blue color and red color. That will be completely differentiated. So all this color, which is kind of similar, like burnt umber, which is kind of light brown color. So that can be used too. Over here. Like burnt umber, you can just simply make a light mix. Just like this, very light burnt. I just you can just throw the colors just very lightly. As the paper is already wet, the color will have the proper gradation. You don't have to work much for that to make this color mix and all. So the paper is wet, so you can just go with it. And in case the paper dries, like if you're getting any this kind of edges, just simply take clean water. This is clean water, and just put some water over it, so that even that hard edge will go away. So this is how you can just work with this way. You can just simply use whatever that's brown color and all coming to the bottom portion. So this you can just see how like we have used a lot of colors and we've got a perfect gradation of different colors, perfect blend of different colors. So this is what makes the painting looks even more better sometimes. Okay, so this is how it is gonna work every time whenever you do. So like this is just for one part, like just like this. Now here I've added a lot of different colors. The reason is that here I'm not going to use my second layer because this is a lighter area. Like use second layer, just only a dark portion where the shadows are there. This all portion in shadow. So you don't need to use that much color over here because all the portion is going to be covered with the second layer, which is that color. So you can just simply go with very light yellow. But the portion which is going to be remain as it is, we're not going to add anything. Like this portion here, light is coming, so we're not going to add anything. So I'll just add all the colors what I was needing at that place. Okay, but here we can use all those colors in the second layer as well when we will be adding all more dark colors. So in the first layer, you can just simply go with very light yellow. Even if you don't do variations and all, even that will be fine. So you can just simply take a bigger brush. I'm leaving the sky as of now. I'll make it later on. So you can just take any kind of big brush and you can just go with that very light yellow. But just there's one condition that you got to take a lot of water, just lots of water, so you can cover a large area at a time. And just one more thing, if you see there's any portion which is very, very highlighted with white, I mean, it looks like white, so just not leave it. That whites are the beauty of the painting. So very light yellow, you can just take it and just cover everywhere with that very light yellow and lots of water. So this is how you'll be doing your first layer. No detailings, nothing. Just one last thing, if you can do that, you can take that crimson lake color and just where the flowers are there, taking less water. Like I'll take this dry crimson lake. There's no water. If you see, it's very dry, dark crimson lake. I'll just leave in this wet only at some places. Where not at some places where I want to give those flowers because these are bright colors. If you add these colors later, so it might not you might not get this bright shades. So just to get a bit of bright shades, you can just use it in this wet only. So this is what you can do. I'll be moving further. Just one second. Yeah, so this is how we're gonna go with it. So can you all start with the first layer, the main clean thing?
Yeah,
Yes,
Can
well,
we? Okay. Well, so we'll be
yep,
just
I'm
starting. Yes, Nancy, you're saying something? Okay, great. So I think we'll just start with that. If you'll be having any questions, you can let me know later. So let's go. Just we have to get very light colors, no dark colors should be used. Okay. So I'm just starting with it very lightly. You can just take a bigger brush for wetting purpose. Like I'm just gonna wet this particular area, so it will be very simple. Just big brush and a lot of water. Just small portion. Like firstly, I'm just wetting this small area. Just wetting that portion with clean water, lots of water. That's a clean water. Okay, I mean that's just a bit of color clean into that. I think I'll start with the clean water itself. Oh, sorry. But just color clean into that. Just gonna make it light and I'm gonna wet it. Okay, it should be clean water. Sometimes it happens that the color comes with that.
Can you zoom out a little bit, please?
Yes, yeah.
So you're
Okay.
wetting all that the building at the back completely.
Not just a small portion. If you say just this lighter area, just lighter the highlighted portion.
Okay.
Just lots of water. I'm gonna wet it right quick. And very quickly, I'll be even taking my colors. Like that is starting with the light yellow only, of course. Very light yellow. This is what I'll be taking. And as I told, the upper portion mostly I'm gonna leave it white. So while coming down, I'm using my yellow. Just make sure that you're taking a lot of water so you'll have the perfect gradation. Otherwise, you'll not have that perfect kind of gradation. We need the perfect gradation. We need all the colors to blend. So just take a lot of water. So just lots of water. It's the water you're gonna take.
Coffee. Okay. Yeah. I'll go and do your coffee. Where's the doggy? Where the doggy?
I'm gonna move further. So we have done with a very light yellow. So now I'll be using my different colors, like a bit of light orange and burnt umber. This is like just as I've told. So a bit of orange color. I'm just gonna mix in this one like so very quickly before the paper dries. We're gonna go this yellow and very light orange. Just gonna mix it perfectly. You can just see the amount of water we're gonna take, and that puts a bigger brush. So that pulls a lot of water. Okay. So a bit of orange from the bottom portion again. If you just use this color from the bottom portion like this, the colors will blend even more perfect. Just from the bottom portion, I'm gonna do this a bit at some places. Like this. And you're just gonna lift the water back. That's the main thing. If you just leave the water over there just like that, it's not gonna look good. So we're gonna lift the colors back. So I'm gonna lift the water back by just taking a dry brush, and probably I'll just add some more different colors. Like here we have got some textures. To add those textures, it's quite easy. You just have to take very few less water and just a little bit of different dirty colors. Like if you've got sepia color, if you've got burnt sienna kind of color, you can just get that. Like this is going to be dry color. Like this is sepia. I'm using sepia. If you're not having sepia, you can get the mixture of burnt sienna and the violet color. You can just mix burnt sienna and violet and just get it. And before going in the main paper, I'll just remove the water by just doing like that. So my water is removed, and what I'm having is just a color. You can just simply add this kind of texture. So the color will not spread much in this way. If you do like this, it's not going to spread that much as it was happening in that yellow ochre and all. Okay, so that was a bit of sepia, and I'll just take a little bit more different color. No, and I'll just take the same burnt sienna, and in the bottom place again, I'll just add a bit of more burnt sienna, so I can have more depth. And after that, I'll just leave this portion. So I'm gonna move further. Right. So as I've told, just a little bit of that brown shade at the bottom portion, that wet only. So I can just have some more depth this place, so it will look even more better. I think this is gonna be enough for this. Already added a lot of colors. In these three colors only I've added, and I think that will be even enough. A bit of brown color, just like here too. That's just a bit of brown color, and I think that's it for that portion as well. Not working a lot on that. Okay, so that is our first layer. Our first, not first layer, just for that area. So we can now move further. Coming to this side, just taking the same big brush, I'm gonna go with my light yellow. So we'll be just moving further. I'm just gonna take a very big and a lot of water in that yellow ochre color. Hope you're going with me. After this, I'll be just waiting for a couple of minutes so the paper can get dry. So as I've already told, there's a lot of water. And it should be very light actually, because we are going to apply one more layer so that yellow ochre should be in light only, not all very dark. You can just hold your brush up, that will allow you to work very loosely, and you just want to take a lot of water. Okay.
Varun, sorry, I've caught up. Can you just go over the colours of your first wash, please? I can do that quickly.
Sure. So firstly, I've wetted this small portion. Then after that, I've left some yellow ochre. And over yellow ochre at the bottom portion, I've left a bit of orange color too. Yellow ochre mixed with orange color.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this is just a little of sepia color, that mixture of burnt sienna and
Brilliant.
olive. This what you can see.
Brilliant.
That's
Yeah,
burnt sienna and
brilliant.
olive. And now I'm just using just
Right.
yellow ochre everywhere.
And that's yellow ochre as well on the left?
Yeah, just all, I'm going to use everywhere the same yellow ochre, very light thing.
Brilliant, thanks.
Yeah. So I'm just going with this very light yellow and just lots of water. Again, if I just show you my palette, I've just made a lot of water mix. Just say right here. I can even leave this color like that. So I mean, just have to take a lot of water. That's what I want to say.
Varun, was that wet in wet?
Just a very big brush and a lot of water.
Varun?
Nazia, it was all wet in wet.
Thank you. Is that Siddhi?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Siddhi.
Just go with that.
Hi.
Yeah. Right. So a lot of water in my yellow ochre. Just going over this.
very lightly, a lot of water. Just leave a lot of water coming down. Not going to take a lot of colors and all. And at the bottom portion, as I've told, you can just leave some crimson lake as the flowers. Just crimson lake at the bottom. This is a flower as quite dark. So that's our first layer. First layer is completed. We're just gonna wait for a couple of minutes, let the paper dry completely. That's simply first layer. Like it should be very light, no dark colors. All the colors should be very transparent. This is what you have to do for the first layer. Gonna wait for a couple of minutes. You have to let the paper dry completely. And then we'll just start with our main second layer with all the shadows and all will be the main thing.
Varun, very quickly, on the foreground, what colour is that? Is that burnt sienna?
This one?
Yes. No,
No, it's
underneath.
this one. Yeah, this
No,
one.
no, yes, yes.
It's very light yellow with orange. So
And
that's
on top,
on top this
and the
one.
pink? No, not the pink.
It's crimson lake. For me, it's you can use any bright crimson or pink color.
Oh, okay, thanks.
We're gonna wait for like not few minutes, but just a couple of minutes. I know. You just have to let the paper dry completely. Just waiting for last 2 minutes. Sorry. Let the paper dry completely. Just gonna start with the main thing. I mean, we're gonna do the sky first, and then we'll come over here, all the light detailings and all what is needed. We'll just do that. Let the paper dry. It's kind of completely wet for me still. Oh, let me know if the paper is dried completely, and we'll just start again. And if there are any questions, you can still let me know. It's still a bit wet. Just last minute. Second layer, we'll just gonna start from this. I mean, we'll just do the sky first, and then whatever detailings are needed, first of all, like this kind of light textures and whatever detailings inside this thing, we'll do that, and then like overall, we'll just start with all the dark colors. I'm just waiting for a few, like last minute. Paper is almost gonna be bright. Is the paper dried, everyone?
Still wait for me, Varun.
Okay, so meanwhile that is drying. In this, I think there's nothing to show in this. You just have to take all the different colors and just have to go. I'll just wait for 1 minute. Let it dry. It's very dry. We've just added very light colors, no dark colors. So meanwhile it is drying. I think the upper portion must have got dried. So meanwhile this is drying. At least we can just do the sky portion something. Don't have to work much for that sky too. It's just a very simple process. Just very light yellow for the base, then over that very light blue color. Any kind of blue, say it or French ultramarine blue. I've just added very light yellow first, and then over that I'm getting my French ultramarine blue. And just one more thing again, just the same way how we're doing over here. Lots of water, just the same way. After doing that yellow curves, again you have to take a lot of water, and you just gotta leave the colors over here. So you'll get the perfect blend of colors.
So why in the sky yellow ochre first?
That just gives a perfect blend, and I mean that variation again looks good. If you just simply use that simple yellow ochre, that might not look that good. I mean, पूरा बेस येलो ऑक्टर भी नहीं अच्छा लगेगा, just simple yellow या blue यूज करने पे वो बहुत फ्लैट लगेगा. So थोड़ा कहीं कहीं पे येलो दिखेगा तो थोड़ा साइन आएगा कलर. Color will shine more a little bit more over there.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh, I'm just trying to be careful with the monument. That's it. So the variation, छोटा सा variation भी आता है तो I mean that looks good. कहीं पे if you just need more variation, you can just get that French ultramarine to more. कहीं पे और ज्यादा French ultramarine use कर सकते हैं. तो थोड़ा कहीं dark कहीं पे light हो variation, तो वो भी अच्छा रहेगा. Something like this. That's it for the sky. I'm just gonna wait for a last minute because my paper is still a little bit wet. Paper still wet here. I'll just wait for one more minute. अभी ये डार्क दिख रहा है लाइक स्काई अभी थोड़ा डार्क दिख रहा है बट एज सून एज इट विल ड्राई वो धीरे धीरे लाइट होते जाएगा सो वी डोंट हैव टू बी इन द सॉल्यूशन दैट इट्स वेरी डार्क और समथिंग लाइक दैट वो लाइट हो जाएगा धीरे धीरे सूखने पे बहुत लाइट होता है gonna wait for last 1 minute when the paper will get dry completely till then. Format. Once the paper is dried, we can just start working on this then. So once you start the shadow, so we have to just keep connecting with everything and we have to go like that. So just like you have to lift the color back. There's a lot of water collected over here. So just lift them back very quickly. It's almost right. Almost just a bit damp, just a little bit damp. We'll just do all the lighter portion, whatever reachings we have to do. So for that, we just have to make all the different mixes. Like just तीन और चार color ही यहाँ पे ज़्यादा सारे use होंगे. Like wallet color. For the shadows every time, whenever you give the shadows, any kind of shadow, either it's on the wall, either on it's on the tree or any kind of thing. You have to use ultramarine blue or either wallet to make anything shadow. Like you're using red, you're making the shadow of red color, so you gotta mix some red color or either blue color in that. So that will give you the shadow of red object. So just like that, yeah, with any object, with anything, you gotta mix that ultramarine blue or either one of this color have to be there in that to make that shadow look more natural. So we'll be just using all these two colors of ultramarine blue and even that wallet color. Ultramarine blue and this wallet color. And then of course after that, just the base color that yellow, burnt amber. So all these 3 or 4 different colors I'll be going there. I'll wait for 1 minute. Paper is almost dry. I think the upper portion is still dry because I'm just waiting for this edge to get dry. That sky is because I just have to start from this thing with the upper portion. So every time when you just start, either start with focal point, and even this is a main focal point, or either start with the lightest portion of what you have got. These are two options what you have got. Either start with the lightest portion, either start with the main focal point, what or whatever you're doing. So this is how both things, like even the lightest portion of the painting and even now main focal point. So I'm just waiting for that edge over here to get dry. Otherwise, if we just start it now, we'll not get that hard edge against the sky. So just to get that hard edge, and after that, once you start with that, you just have to go with all the shadows and all, getting mixed with all the different colors. And this whole poster we're gonna add in dark colors, a lot of different colors, and that color should be look natural. Yeah, like it's not like it should not be like we are mixing like this any kind of brown and blue color, and we're mixing that, and we're using. I mean, we're just getting one color, but we have to use all the colors differently, and it should be looking on the paper. वो color paper पे visible होना चाहिए, like whether it's ultramarine blue तो color पे वो blue दिखना चाहिए. It's not like that वो color blue brown का mix हो gray हो जाएगा. So this is one thing we have to say. Just waiting for last minute. वो edge dry हो जाएगा तो we can just start with it. Meanwhile, if there are any questions, you can let me know.
Just out of interest, I want to ask, sir, do you paint only and only watercolors, or do you paint acrylics and oil also?
Like actually, like I haven't got much time because last year I completed my boards, so I haven't got much time. So this year, like I'm going college, so probably like most probably I'll be going with more mediums in living watercolors. So I haven't used it yet. I
Okay.
haven't used any medium yet.
Okay, so you've been painting with watercolor only.
Yeah, till now just with watercolors, and
Okay.
like I'm just working from last 2 or 3 years
Okay.
only. So it's not a lot of time. So I haven't got
Yeah.
much time to explore different mediums as of now.
Okay. I was asking because there was a discussion on our group. They were saying ki, I do pastel, someone does acrylic. So
Mhm.
does it matter doing using two mediums together, like one you're using watercolor and
No, it doesn't
alongside if
matter
you do
if it is giving
some
joy to you, it's completely fine. It's completely fine. Like but like there should be any one medium which you should be professional with, like with the one medium which should be your
correct, yeah,
like which should be your like
your
आपका पहचान होना चाहिए उस वही
perfect
medium
medium,
से.
yeah, correct.
And
But does
leaving
the
that you can,
technique vary
yeah,
then?
yeah, of course the
Does the
techniques are,
technique vary?
yeah, techniques are going to be vary in every with every medium, like
No,
watercolor and
they are
yeah.
varying, but for me, like if I am used to painting watercolors, right? I'm used to
Mhm.
doing mostly watercolors.
Mhm.
So then if I once in a while, if I do acrylic, so this watercolor style only will come in my acrylics, right? That
हाँ
is what
वही
I'm
same influence आएगा. I mean the way you treat
asking.
watercolor, the same influence will go on acrylic.
Acrylic, right? Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So paper seems to be dried, so we're gonna make different mixes. We're gonna start with it. So I'm gonna make 2 different mixes. Like I've got my French ultramarine blue mixer already made. Then I'm gonna make some more. I've got this ultramarine blue, and I'm gonna make 2 different mixes. Like I've got my wallet, a little bit of wallet color, this kind of colors I'll be getting it. I've got one wallet as I told. Sure. I'm just making these different mixes. Wallet. Then I'm gonna get my yellow ochre as well at some places. Yellow ochre again, even in the shadows में पहले base में yellow ochre use करूँगा उसके ऊपर blue wallet. So colors blend करने में easy होता है, easy है. That is the only reason. Got it. I've got a bit of burnt sienna too. Burnt sienna or sepia, anything is fine. Yeah. Every color should have a little bit of water. It should not have that much water as we have taken in the first layer, but just a little bit of water. Like it should be thick mixture, but at the same time it should be transparent. So that's a bit of sepia, which is the mix of burnt sienna and violet color. Sepia. Then we've got a bit of yellow color as well. I'll just get that again. So पहले yellow सब जगह पे use करूँगा. Like कहीं पे भी shadow देना है, तो firstly I'll be going with my yellow color only. So this is my yellow. So इतने color काफी हैं. बीच में अगर if we'll be needing, we can use some more different colors as well. So start करते हैं. I think ये edge dry हो गया. Start करने के पहले you just have to check that edge is dried at this edge, so we can get the differentiation. I'm just going to zoom that portion up. Yeah. Oh, sweet. So पहले ये lock को जहाँ जहाँ पे shadow है, like small portion में जहाँ कहीं पे shadow है, I'll be using my yellow. Like यहाँ पे भी I've got that angle of the shadow. I'll be just going with that. It's very light yellow though. Color should be very light. Don't go with dark. Like yellow ocre, when you are using that yellow ocre, color बहुत light होना चाहिए. Color should not be very dark. So पहले बहुत light. जब when you're using that yellow ocre, just make sure that you're keeping that color light. Don't make it dark. So बहुत light yellow ocre लिया है मैंने. And I'm just keeping it dark. कुछ भाई जहाँ जहाँ कहीं पे shadow है वहाँ पे, not on the lighter area. जहाँ पे light portion है वहाँ पे नहीं करना है. फिर इसके ऊपर ही हम लोग विल बी फ्लोइंग ऑल द डार्क कलर्स. ये जिस एंगल से लाइट आ रहा है, जस्ट वहां पे ही वी हैव टू यूज इट. Like this is that very light yellow. Simply can get it very easily. This is like if you just see the photograph over here, जहाँ कहीं पे like if you see this, we have got this angle. I'm just making that angle over here. So पहले yellow को यूज करने से you just get that kind of smoothness over there. जो smoothness आता है, that looks good. And you have to work fast because ये yellow dry हो गया तो you'll not be able to blend the colors. So even you have to work a bit faster. So मैंने yellow को पहले तो कर दिया है. अब just इसके ऊपर we have to use all different colors. Like we have got violet with lots of water, as you know. Violet में थोड़ा पानी होना चाहिए. That is important. पानी होना चाहिए. So I have taken that. Mix होना चाहिए perfectly. And इसके ऊपर you can just start with the gradation. You can just leave the colors. Let the color flow. This is that violet color what we need. So I'm just using this violet color gradually. You can see how the colors are blending. So this is the thing which makes the painting look more better. Like a painting पे we can't leave ultramarine blue. Ultramarine blue कहीं कहीं पे अच्छा लगेगा. So ये ultramarine blue लेना है. इसमें भी पानी होना चाहिए ताकि color blend हो सके. Otherwise the color will not blend. So I've just taken this ultramarine blue And kahin pe, I'm just gonna leave this ultramarine blue. Kahin pe, it's not everywhere. It's not like that you have to use this color everywhere. But kahin pe blue, violet, kahin pe yellow कोई छूट जाए. तो वो color जो blend होता है, that makes the color amazing. So same way में you have to take this color down. नीचे भी है, तो वहाँ पे भी कहीं पे mix हो जाएगा. Okay, just like this. Gotta go with this. Like if you want some more different colors, like you can take a mixture of yellow, aqua, and orange, just all variation मिल जाएगा. You can take that yellow aqua में थोड़ा सा, like just a little bit of orange. Just a little bit of orange color you can just get. And कहीं पे, like especially at the top portion जहाँ से start हो रहा है, कहीं पे इसका mixture. And ये हो गया second layer shadow में. And just ये shadow में हमें कहीं पे एकदम dark color यूज करना है ताकि जैसे ऊपर dark line आ जाए. When we can get that hard edge. So जो sepia या burnt sienna color है, burnt sienna में wallet mix कर सकते हैं if you're not having sepia color. Otherwise if you're having sepia color, पूरा dry color लेना है. There should be not even a single drop of water. जैसे ये color पूरा dry. I haven't taken with a single drop of water with her. So मैंने color पूरा dry लिया है. And then just ऊपर में, like just at the edge. Just at the edge over there. You can say we're for the dark color. So go edge is that edge is going to be the main thing. वो edge proper आना चाहिए. And कहीं पे यहाँ पे भी dark है, कुछ तो यहाँ पे है. So वो dark बाद में भी कर सकते हैं, but just as a base of the dark, अभी आप add कर सकते हो. You can see how the colors are blending. Yellow अगर देने के बाद color में maturity and then the brightness बहुत अच्छे से आता है. You can just see a lot of colors. I can just see a lot of colors. Burnt amber type के color दिख रहा है, violet दिख रहा है, blue दिख रहा है. So ऐसे color दिखने चाहिए. Otherwise, अगर if you mix every color in just one mixer, पूरा, I mean, it's just going to look like a one color. There's no mixer in that. So बस वो ध्यान देना है. I'll be going further. Just the same way. I'm gonna move further with more detailings. So just आराम से अब आगे बढ़ना. बस ये भी सब जगह यूज करना है. पहले येलो ऑफ कर देना, उसके ऊपर whatever dark color you want to use. कहीं पे छोटे ब्रश से लेके you can just do that top of anything.
Baron, the sound isn't very good. You keep coming in and out.
No, it's not coming proper.
It's not very clear for me. I don't know about other people.
Is it still the same way? Siddhi, can you hear me properly?
It's
Are
okay
you
for
using
us.
mic? I think Varun, you're using mic today, right?
No, just my different headphone.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
not coming
It's
proper.
okay for us.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Fine, no? Nazia, is it still coming for you? I mean, just
It
the
seems
same way?
better now. actually.
Yeah, I can hear you fine, Varun.
Okay.
But you do fade away sometimes.
Okay, let me know if it happens again. So maybe I'll just check something from our side. Okay. So I'll be going further. Just इसी way में you have to keep going further. Like there's a small window. So like there's a small window. इस तरह के dark color करने के लिए आपको एक different mixer बनाना है. That is burnt sienna and ultramarine blue. इसमें पानी नहीं होना चाहिए. That will be the darkest mixer. So just a side में a small mixer, which will be your ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. This will be very dark. So to make it very dark, there's a simple thing that are not going to take water. So then only it can get darker. So I'll just take this color, ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. यहाँ पे side में, if you just see, यहाँ पे we've got a small window. So even if it's wet, if you take less water, it will not spread. But anyway, my paper is dry. But even if it's wet, it's even more better, I would say. वो थोड़ा blend
Varun,
होता है.
your voice faded again.
Okay, just 1 second. I think maybe it's my network problem or maybe yours. Is it still the same? Can you hear me properly, Nasiha?
No, it's fine now. Yep.
Yeah. So I've just made that window over here. It's ultramarine blue and a bit of burnt sienna, very dark shade, right? So it's that dark color. Maybe just 1 or 2 lines in that wet. I'm not gonna work much in this. Just okay. So this is how we'll be adding shadows everywhere. So I've just made a bit darker. If you see that reference, the shadow is a bit darker, so I can just have that proper contrast. So this is the same way. यहाँ पे ज़्यादा work to करना नहीं है. Maybe texture add करना है, तो we can even do that later on. एक light yellow और orange mixture या just light yellow आपको से can make a line over here. बस कुछ detail और करना है just same way. Like कहीं कहीं पे yellow पर and वहाँ पे है कुछ तो yellow पर just इसके ऊपर violet या ultramarine blue any color. So that was ultramarine blue over yellow over here. Okay, so when we start with the bottom portion, we're gonna make it even more better. Like a proper dark colors and all, what dark colors use करने हैं, different colors. So particular flow करना है. That is the main thing we have to say. I'll just wait for 1 minute, and then I'll just start with this small area because when we start with that bigger portion, we पूरा एक साथ करना है. We can't just stop anywhere and do the work. So when we start with this, we'll just do the everything from up to down because पूरा connection होना चाहिए ऊपर से नीचे तक. तो ही it will look better. Otherwise, it's not going to look bad if we break that connection in between. So proper connection बनाते हुए हम लोग नीचे आएंगे. But before that, बस ये सब थोड़ा dark करना है कहीं कहीं पे. So I'm just giving 1 minute, just complete the area, and then we'll move forward. After that, it will not take a long time once we have done the shadow. Just last final detailing now. तो हम लोग को बस ट्राई करना है कि गीले गीले में डार्क लाइट करते आना. इफ यू जस्ट सी दैट हम लोग जैसे यहाँ पे किया पहले लाइट कलर देन कैजुअली डार्क 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 सो जस्ट लाइक दैट कहीं कहीं पे ऐसे ही करना. Okay, just 1 minute के ऊपर just last minute. We'll be moving further. Just I think it's enough. So I'm gonna start with this. So बस यहाँ पे थोड़ा light color use करूँगा. Kuch light colors. It's not a bit dark because ये और ये में variation है. ये this is different color and this is different color. So we have to make it differentiated. So before we start the dark shadows, light में ही we have to make some difference. So it's very easy. Yellow occur या फिर कहीं कहीं पे light yellow occur के बाद just ये color आना चाहिए. Yellow occur के ऊपर थोड़ा सा ultramarine blue कहीं कहीं पे. So very lightly पानी ज़्यादा लेके because इसके ऊपर dark shadow again it will be applying that. So I'll just take my very light yellow. बहुत light yellow कर लूँगा. With of course lots of water. Lot of water and kahin pe, as I told, like यहाँ पे piecing very light yellow and just very lightly. Even ultramarine blue में बहुत पानी होना चाहिए. I'm gonna take even lots of water in this French ultramarine blue, and I'm just gonna leave it. So, but I need that gray. I just need that gray effect over there. That's it. I don't need anything. So that's kind of gray color. This is what you can just get. I think this is gonna be enough to just make it differentiated with that. Just कहीं पे even a bit of more ultramarine blue. So that is going to be enough. So जब तक ये सूख रहा है तो जो थोड़ा detailing हम लोग will do that. जैसे यहाँ पे we have to add some kind of small shadows and all. So we'll just do that. So like just like that over here as well, we can get those wallet color, wallet and all. Like this is light wallet. Here at this portion at some places, you can even start directly as well. Just maybe put a wallet color very boldly at some places. But this portion again, just don't want to detail. So at some place I'll just take water and I'll just fade that out. Portion which I don't want to detail, I just simply take water and I'll just fade that out. That was wallet. Some places as well, I'll be taking my pencil from my view. So this is how like you'll be just doing that variation. This is what you have taken. At some places, you've got the mixture of yellow and a little bit of orange mixed in that. So just some different colors. You're not going to stick to any single color anyway. This तरह
Varun?
Yeah.
Did you start it from the top?
No, I've not started with the top. Like I just did this thing and I just took a bit of water and I just poured over here. I just hard is नहीं चाहिए था तो वहाँ पे बस पानी मैंने छोड़ा है तो it's kind of graded over there. Otherwise,
Okay, and you have
this is that line what you have to create. Your line.
and then you have taken violet, ultramarine, and ochre
this
yellow.
is yellow ochre with orange. Yellow ochre with orange.
Okay, thank you.
Same way, me light wallet again. Just एक और line. You have to get right here. It's very best to shadows and all. We have to give some attention. Otherwise, it's not. There's no need of detailing and all much of it. So whatever we have done, you can just leave it till here. बस आगे थोड़ा detailing करना है proper. ये बस burnt sienna and wallet था थोड़ा सा just to add a bit of lines. नीचे नहीं करना है इसलिए मैंने गिरे में दिया कम पानी लेंगे तो you'll get dark color like ये this one is very dark color burnt sienna and violet and I haven't taken even a single drop of water. If you take any kind of water it will just completely fade away. I mean पूरा नीचे flow हो जाएगा. So you don't have to take even a single drop of water. You just have to take dry color, burnt sienna, and violet. Just mix it well. Don't take much water. Not even a single. I would say just a single drop is enough to make the mixer perfectly. And just simply apply water because the background, the base is already wet. So of course it will mix perfectly. So the main thing is kind of done. I would say. Now we just live with all the dark colors over there. So we'll be doing that as well. And when we start with this, we'll be just completing everything in one block. So just complete Telio. We'll be starting with that. We have to get that thing perfectly. We'll just try to add some more color with our own as well, like a bit of reddish tone. So that will add some more beauty to the paint thing. Just waiting for 1 minute only. Waiting for last minute. Can we start? Have you done Telio? Can we? So
Yeah,
this,
which is the next bit? Which bit are we doing next?
this whole big portion.
Yeah,
From here
I'm
to
ready.
the. Okay, I'll wait.
I'm ready if everyone is.
I can wait for a minute. It's fine. Everywhere we just have to follow the same thing. पहले कहीं पे we have to like apply that yellow cut some places of as a base, then उसको ऊपर color flow करना है, and उसी के ऊपर like in that wet only at some places we have to even make the colors darker because यहाँ पे will be needing a lot of dark colors like this portion if it's like and this wet only this portion this wet only you have to make a lot of variation, so light dark color and a lot of variation you have to get in this wet only. So just waiting for 1 minute and I'm just starting with it. Just 1 minute. Just waiting for 1 minute. Then I'm just gonna start with, and just there's one thing you have to see that you're gonna make a lot of color mixes. So I can just prepare that meanwhle I'm waiting, like burnt umber, a little bit of yellow ochre, and all this kind of colors I'll be using. It's a lot of colors. So I think it's kind of hope we'll have completed. We're just gonna start with that bigger portion. Just be careful. That's what I'll say. This is that main portion. We have to go with it perfectly. So first of all, cleaning the palette. Cleaning the palette is an important thing. You have to keep cleaning the palette after every day. That makes the color brighter and clean. So I'll just quickly clean it. Kind of clean now. Okay, so now we're gonna make few different mixes, but like it's again the same mixer. I'm not gonna use much different colors, but again the same mixes. But I think I'll be using a bit of vermilion due to not complete vermilion, but I'm gonna mix that with the yellow ochre and then I'm gonna use it. So which will make it look more better because this is very colorless. It's just some all those brown shades and all. So we have to add something with our own as well. So I will be getting a lot of different mixes with my own like vermilion hue and maybe some different sort of mix up. So just be careful with that as well, if I say so. So ultramarine blue, just as I told, ultramarine blue we'll be using a lot. Burnt cyan, instead of burnt cyan, I can get CPI color if you're having. Otherwise, you'll have to get burnt cyan only if you're not having. I'll be taking my big brush. Yellow को base में हर जगह पे होना चाहिए. So ultramarine blue. I'm just making mixes. कहीं पे dark color लगेगा तो you can just add more pigments of color and less water. So ये चीज ध्यान रखना है. कहीं पे अगर color ज़्यादा लग रहा है तो it just you have to add the colors. Wallet color भी लगेगा. A lot of wallet. I'll be using my another palette, so maybe सब colors में नहीं आएंगे. Yeah, of course, orange color भी. Orange color a lot. So I think I'll just start with this three colors now. और येलो ऑकर ऑफ कोर्स येलो ऑकर तो एक पूरी डिफरेंट सेक्शन में पूरा येलो ऑकर का मिक्सर बना के रखना है बहुत सारा. येलो ऑकर का बहुत सारा मिक्सर बना के रखना है पहले ही. तो स्मॉल पोर्शन ऐसे नहीं कि पूरा एक बार करना है. तो पहले स्मॉल सेक्शन पे आएंगे. We'll be just going with small sections. Like this is yellow ऑकर. I'll go on this thing first. इतना हुआ.
Can you zoom out a little bit, please?
Oh, sorry. I think.
Thank you.
So I've added a bit of ultramarine blue. No, sorry, I've added a bit of yellow ochre, and over that I'll be using my ultramarine blue. Of course, I've already made the mixture, and of course, a bit of water as well. Water is already here. This is ultramarine blue, and I'm just gonna leave it over here. That is Prince ultramarine blue. इसके ऊपर whatever colors we'll be using, colors blend हो जाएंगे perfectly. This is a perfect way of blending colors. Ultramarine blue, burnt sienna, like burnt sienna में पानी कम होना चाहिए because I just don't need this color to spread much. So burnt sienna which I'm using, I've taken less water in that. Burnt sienna में पानी कम है. ये burnt sienna में मैंने पानी कम लिया है. So it should not spread much. इस तरह से. I'll be kept going with this. कहीं पे यहाँ पे burnt sienna gradually. ये एक portion हुआ just like this. We're gonna start with another one. Okay, we are starting with that. Just go back carefully. Bigger portion now. Yellow ochre again. Yeah, okay. I think मैं ये portion अभी छोड़ रहा हूँ ताकि ये mix हो जाएगा. This portion I'm leaving it. So I'm just coming from the bottom portion यहाँ से. जो highlighted area है, I mean इसमें कहीं पे पीछे का पोर्शन जो आगे का पिलर जो निकला हुआ है उस पर अभी नहीं करना है। आई मीन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द स्मॉल स्मॉल पिलर्स जो बाहर निकले हुए हैं, उस पर वेट नहीं करना, ताकि वो एटलीस्ट वो निकला रहे। उस पे ध्यान, उस पे लाइक ऊपर दिखना चाहिए, अदरवाइज इफ वी मिक्स दैट वो पूरा नीचे हो जाएगा। सो उस पर एटलीस्ट ध्यान जाना चाहिए। तो आई एम जस्ट बीइंग केयरफुल बिकॉज पीछे का स्काई भी दिख रहा है। इफ यू सी द रेफरेंस, जस्ट डोंट सी माय पेंटिंग, just you have to even keep taking the reference, so that will give you more better idea of what you're painting. पीछे का स्काई भी दिख रहा है, so I'm just leaving the space for that as well. तो यहाँ पे जो मैंने व्हाइट स्पेस छोड़ा है वो पीछे का स्काई दिख रहा है। so वो मैंने अभी तक लॉक किया है। and again इसके ऊपर we can just start before we go with that, यहाँ पे तो you can just spread the colors the same yellow only. The same yellow, you can just take that down and you can just randomly use it before you go with that. So now I'm going to start the main thing. अब पानी कम कम लेना है because हम लोगों ने already base दे दिया है। अब पानी कम कम लेके आगे बढ़ना है हमें। So like you gotta take that sepia or burnt sienna, whatever color you can get. So if you're getting burnt sienna, just make sure that you're mixing a bit of violet color. Just take a bit of water and कहीं कहीं पे बस पानी लेके आगे बढ़ना है। थोड़ा सा पानी, ज़्यादा पानी नहीं लेना है। If you take more water, वो पूरा spread हो जाएगा and color भी light हो जाता है। If it's spreading, that's fine, but the color will also get light. So वो नहीं चाहिए। कलर ज़्यादा लाइट नहीं होना चाहिए। Yeah, violet, ultramarine blue, all these colors we have to use carefully.
Varun, what were the last colours, please? The
It's
very
just
last colours.
it's just a sepia color what I use after yellow.
Thanks.
Now I'll be mixing. I'll be taking some violet color, or maybe you can mix that burnt sienna with violet. And you can just gotta just go over here, just more dark colors. Just go gradually, carefully. And very loosely at the same time. I know we're gonna detail those things a lot. So at the same time, you have to work very loosely. यहाँ पे भी येलो ऑक्यूर में दे रहा हूँ, तो यहाँ पे एज अ बेस येलो ऑक्यूर छूट गया था, है ना। अब ध्यान से नीचे आना है। Now taking some more water, orange. Colors बस flow करने, blend करने एक दूसरे से. Don't have to worry about anything. अगर कहीं पे कुछ गड़बड़ी होता है, just keep that spray gun if you have it. आप spray कर दीजिए तो वो पूरा mix हो जाएगा। I'm just flowing some orange color with you. मैं नीचे थोड़ा orange color flow कर रहा हूँ। Or even a bit of vermilion mixed with yellow. Vermilion mixed with yellow. Pure vermilion बहुत गंदा लगेगा. So just make sure that वो vermilion yellow के साथ mix होना चाहिए, तो ज़्यादा bright नहीं आएगा। Vermilion I'm adding with my own, it's not there, but just because it will add some more color to it. And just go very loosely, very loosely. जैसे ये हमने अभी बेस कर दिया, अब इसके ऊपर डार्क कलर विदाउट टेकिंग वेरी लेस वाटर, जैसे ही हमने बेस कर दिया है, अब बस पानी कम लेना है, यू कैन जस्ट कीप गोइंग विद दैट। लाइक जैसे इसके नीचे डार्क करना है, जैसे ये ऊपर का पोर्शन है, नीचे का पोर्शन है, तो डार्क करेंगे तो ये और ऊपर उठेगा। So you can just take this sepia or burnt sienna with violet, no water. You can just see the dryness of this. It's very dry color, very dry color. So just इसके नीचे मैं use करूँगा, तो just by adding this dark color over here, ये पूरा ऊपर उठ जाएगा। So ये just small चीज करने से पूरा variation आ जाता है। Okay, and just keep working like this. कहीं पे वॉलेट, यहाँ पे नीचे आते आते स्मूथ वॉलेट यू कैन यूज। Okay, जहाँ पे डार्क कलर की जरूरत है वहाँ पे जस्ट टेक लेस वाटर, जहाँ पे यू जस्ट हैव टू ब्लेंड द कलर्स परफेक्टली वहाँ पे प्रॉपर वाटर लेना है। जहाँ यहाँ पे मेरे को कलर मिक्स करने हैं प्रॉपर्ली, सो आई जस्ट टेक दैट वॉलेट कलर एंड सो नाउ गो विद प्योर वॉलेट। बिट बहुत अच्छे से ब्लेंड हो जाएगा, वी जस्ट टेक इट केयरफुली। We'll just come down with that. You can see how the colors are blending. The colors are flowing over here. This is what we need over here. Colors एक दूसरे से blend properly होने चाहिए. can see how ये पोर्शन कैसे ऊपर निकल के आ रहा है. जैसे अब यहाँ का पोर्शन है, यहाँ का थोड़ा ज्यादा डार्क एरिया है, तो ज्यादा डार्क मतलब a bit of blue tone. So कहीं पे भी ज्यादा डार्क कलर की जरूरत पड़े तो go with that French ultramarine blue and थोड़ा सा पानी, ज्यादा नहीं. थोड़ा सा पानी, and again you just gotta leave it because we have already applied a layer of yellow, so you don't have to worry about anything anyway. Just leave the color, let the color come down. यहाँ पे बस ultramarine blue है and just let the color come down. यहाँ पे बस एक hard edge आएगा, that hard light and shadow उसका cut है. Otherwise just let the color flow. Just let the color flow down. Ultramarine, this is that ultramarine blue. I'm just leaving that color and it's just going down. Just go with that carefully. Even a bit of this side as well, so that bit of wall can be differentiated over there. You can just see पूरा wall एकदम proper flow में एकदम अच्छे से आया. Just carefully, just gotta keep working on this. यहाँ पे like we might need some more darker color. So और dark color करने के लिए of course you gonna take that ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. कहीं पे भी और ज़्यादा dark color करना है तो just वहाँ पे ultramarine blue and burnt sienna का mixture बनाना है. Very darkly with no water. Whenever you making the mixture of ultramarine blue and burnt sienna, तो पानी नहीं होना चाहिए. If we need the dark color, वो dark color use करना है कहीं पे. So we get that depth in that place. Otherwise proper वो base वो बस फ्लैट लगेगा. सो बस कहीं पे डेप्थ लाने के लिए gotta use that. Once you're done with this, इसके बाद ज्यादा काम नहीं बचेगा. This is that only main thing which is supposed to be detailed perfectly. Ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. Just some patches, very loose patches I'm working on. You can just see how loosely I'm working over that. I just don't want to detail that area. The same ultramarine blue and burnt sienna while coming down with it. Whenever you don't want to detail any particular thing, just go very loosely. वहाँ पे focus करना ही नहीं है. यहाँ पे जैसे कम पानी लेके I can apply the dark color anyway. Okay. It'll just calm down. यहाँ पे stairs हैं, तो stairs का एक side का light area, I'll just leave it like that. और एक side का dark करते हुए, I'll just make it a little bit dark at some place. इस तरह से नीचे में dark ही करना रखना है. नीचे में तो ज़्यादा detail करना ही नहीं है. You can just see the flow what we've got. वो अच्छा लगता है. वो ज़्यादा हमें maintain करना चाहिए. Just gradually यहाँ पे भी कंटिन्यू करना है. यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा डिटेल होगा. वो थोड़ा बेस में बैकग्राउंड में था, वहाँ पे हमने ज़्यादा डिटेल नहीं किया है, बट दिस वन इज गोना बी मोर डिटेल. This one. यहाँ पे light and shadow भी दिखने वाले हैं. तो थोड़ा सा ध्यान से. I'll wait for a couple of minutes. over here. बस यहाँ end तक complete कर दीजिए, and I'm just waiting for a couple of minutes. Then we'll go to the other side. Just you have to maintain that safe surround lights and shadow.
The colour on the bottom left, the very dark colour, what colour is that?
It's a pure ultramarine blue with burnt sienna. Ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. And very, very less water. I mean, almost no water. Waiting for last 1 minute. उसके बाद we'll be just starting with another main thing. It's gotta go. Okay. But such a loose way may it looks good. So just try to like carry on with that loose patches and all. नीचे में बिल्कुल भी फोकस नहीं करना है क्योंकि हमारा पूरा फोकस पॉइंट ऊपर का पोर्शन है तो नीचे में कुछ ध्यान नहीं जाना चाहिए. Not even a bit. Just waiting for 1 minute. When we start with this, once we're done with this portion, we'll not be left with a lot of work. बस थोड़ा सा light and shadow we have to maintain over there. And यहाँ पे कुछ colors add करने हैं like Crimson Lake, all those kind of flowers and so it's kind of once I'm done with everything, we'll just do all the final details. कोई portion को निकालना है कहीं depth देके तो निकालेंगे हम. So can we all start now? Done till here? Siddhi? Nazia?
You can
Varun,
start.
I'm just doing the stairs. You can start.
Okay, we'll wait for a minute. It's fine. After this, I'll go. Just a minute. We're starting with it now. So let's go with the main thing. This is our main Not very important, but still that light and shadow has to be maintained over here too. So continue. This the same way. We gotta add some different shades. You have to add a lot of different shades. पहले तो we'll just do this thing. Each small portion यहाँ पे shadow देना है. तो same way में जैसे हम लोगों ने किया था पहले. Light yellow होकर उसके ऊपर ultramarine. यहाँ पे light yellow occur. Well, this I'll be playing my fence ultramarine. This is the only best way to just grade the color. I mean, there are more ways, but I think this is the easiest way. And इसमें color bright भी आते हैं, and when colors blend भी easy way में होते हैं, तो even both the things are happening in this one technique. So you can just do it very easily. Yellow occur, उसके ऊपर just lightly ultramarine blue मैंने flow किया. तो colors blend होंगे perfectly, colors bright भी लगेंगे because yellow occur के ऊपर करने से कोई भी color bright लगता है. And वो depth भी आता है, that's the main thing. Proper depth आता है. This is the French ultramarine blue. कहीं पे at last कहीं पे burnt sienna भी mix कर सकते हैं. Just like this. जैसे burnt sienna का मैंने बस एक patch छोड़ दिया, एक dark patch छोड़ दिया उधर. वो blend होते अच्छा लगेगा. So that was one dark portion. Okay. Now we'll just start with the main thing. थोड़ा सा लाइट रहेगा ऐसे कंपैरिजन में, इससे कंपैरिजन में थोड़ा सा लाइट. So let's start. So I'm just gonna follow the same thing. पहले येलो ऑकर ऐसा बेस I'll be applying. उसमें पानी ज़्यादा लेने पहले वो you do that. उसमें पानी ज़्यादा लेके करना. बस यहाँ पे हाईलाइट भी है. That is one thing you have to maintain. यहाँ पे पूरा शैडो नहीं है. यहाँ पे कहीं पे हाईलाइट भी आ रहा है. So that highlight you have to maintain. So जैसे मैं येलो ऑकर कर रहा हूँ. हाईलाइट है यहाँ पे. I'll leave that thing. So highlight को maintain करते हुए. This is yellow ochre again.
And where's the blue little stool?
Under there, look.
Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. It's very light yellow ochre. It's very light, we gotta go with it. बस मैं अभी highlight को avoid कर रहा हूँ. Highlight you don't have to apply now. जहाँ पे shadow है सिर्फ वहाँ पे ही work करना है. This is that yellow ochre. Just go perfectly. Even over here. Now, अभी मैंने base दे दिया है सब जगह पे yellow ochre का. Now we'll be starting with the dark colors. So properly blend होंगे and you'll be able to use all the colors very easily. So I think this is the best way. So अब जैसे इसके ऊपर I'll be applying my all the different colors. Like ये light है, so I'll be starting more lighter. जैसे कि yellow ochre and I'll mix a bit of orange color. Yellow ochre and a mix of orange. Okay. Yellow ochre उसमें थोड़ा सा orange I'll mix it. So of course थोड़ा सा पानी भी देना है. जैसे येलो ऑकर में मैंने थोड़ा सा ऑरेंज मिक्स किया and just इसके ऊपर छोड़ूंगा तो you can see the blend colors will blend very perfectly. Colors अपने आप फैल जाएंगे. So it becomes easier to blend them. Orange over here. And the same way, वही same orange वाला जो mixer है यहाँ पे orange वाला, you can just even do it over here. ये side भी. Just as a base यहाँ पे भी, so इसके ऊपर हम लोग बाद में कोई भी color apply कर सकते हैं ultramarine blue and all. Now the main thing.
Is that
Solid color.
what color? Sorry, is
That's
that
orange.
orange?
Orange.
Pure orange.
Orange mixed with yellow. Now over this to add the shadow effect, we've got this wallet color. Oh, wait, that's a wallet now. We've got that wallet color. ये wallet color है. Even the shadow portion में just gotta leave it. The colors blend easily होंगे, so उसके लिए कुछ extra effort देने की जरूरत नहीं. So just this wallet color. Yeah, to add proper wallet. Just all the shadow portion. Okay, so now of course I can keep ultramarine blue, even that is important. We can't just leave it with just solid color. So ultramarine blue is also important to in the shadows. For ultramarine blue over here. तो यहाँ पे बस कलर छोड़ने हैं अच्छे से. यहाँ पे लाइट एरिया इसके नीचे, जस्ट इसके नीचे. सो वहाँ पे एक प्रॉपर स्ट्रेट लाइन बनना चाहिए. कहीं कहीं पे French ultramarine blue यूज किया मैंने. अब वही सेम French ultramarine blue, you have to take it on the other side too. This is a French ultramarine blue over here. ये दूसरी साइड पे. ये गीले में, paper should be wet. यहाँ पे बस छोड़ना है कलर. French ultramarine blue. Just आराम से. Just have to leave the colors. नीचे आते आते थोड़ा सा बॉन्ड सी है ना अभी. So colors blend होंगे अच्छे से. We just take a bit of water everywhere. Okay, यहाँ पे भी डार्क कर दिया मैंने. It's trying to look better. Proper dark करना है. Ultramarine blue and a bit of burnt sienna all coming down. थोड़ा सा और ज्यादा डार्क करने के लिए ultramarine blue and burnt sienna, both the colors happen. ये जो doors kind of thing है हम लोग बाद में डार्क करेंगे. तो because that is the main thing, और थोड़ा main detailing करेंगे वहाँ पे, तो we can do that later on.
So you do first a yellow ochre with orange in between those doors, and then
Yeah.
ultramarine blue.
No,
Am I right?
after wallet color. After wallet, I've used ultramarine. Over
Okay, so
wallet
first
color.
yellow ochre with orange,
Then wallet, then over that
and then
it's French
wallet,
ultramarine blue.
and then
French ultramarine blue. Over that. So this in the same way will be just coming down. After this, बस कुछ फाइन डिटेलिंग जैसे विंडो को डार्क करना, कुछ लाइंस ऊपर ऐड करना, इस तरह के काम बचेंगे. Waiting for 1 minute. It's going to take 15 minutes from now. One minute. Last minute. It's completed now. Just have to continue the same thing downside. When dark colors, this one page is the then I give all those beautiful colors, the flowers and all, which is the end. Waiting for one last match. Can everyone move further? Complete it. Completed till here. Can you go further?
Yeah, that's ready.
Yes.
Okay. Wasim done.
Yeah, Varun, let's move it.
Great. Great. Moving to the last thing. We're gonna go with all those dark colors, but before we go with all those dark colors, I'll be using my light colors. Like those are leaves and all. We've gotta make that first, which is light color. So skin, just for that, you gotta use that lemon yellow with sap green. Lemon yellow and a little bit of sap green color. Lemon yellow and very light sap green. Lemon yellow and a little bit of sap green. What we have got, just you're gonna make this leaves, just very random leaves now. This way. Just make all these random leaves over here. It's lemon yellow and sap green color. This is what you have to catch. You just make those leaves perfectly. Just first of all, go with all of it, and I'll be making some flowers too. Just like 10 to 15 more minutes from now on.
Varun,
Yeah.
I just want to know what's the size of the brush that you're using?
It's a mop brush of 4 number.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. It's lemon yellow and a little bit of sap green. So I'm just gonna make those leaves and all. Very random thing. No, I'm not taking much water. If you take water with your, it's not gonna look good. So just don't take water and just keep carrying with it. It's lemon yellow and sap green.
Oh, my darling.
It's lemon yellow with a little bit of sap green color. Just go carefully. And just don't take much water. Just go with very less water. You don't have to take a lot of water. If you take a lot of water, it will get very light. We need that color to be very bright over here. So just take very less water. Lemon yellow and a little bit of sap green color. If you want, you can just sprinkle some that lemon yellow and sap green. So that will just give some more effect to that green sage. And even over here, don't forget colors over here too. And here we have got some lighter leaf. I'm adding this lighter leaf just because a little bit of light is coming on that. Otherwise, I would have added dark color. It's lemon yellow and sap green color. Just take this down. Okay, after making this, we'll just let this dry and we'll just do all the file detailings at the top of this. It's all the lemon yellow and sap green. I'm just gonna go quite more loosely now. It's lemon yellow with a little bit of sap green color. And I'm just gonna get a bit of crimson lake. A little bit of crimson lake now. Crimson lake with a bit of water. So just add some flowers. So add some flowers and out carefully. Just add those flowers. A bit at some places. That's pure crimson lake. Those bold patches with crimson lake over here. Now just let this dry. We'll just complete the upper feature and whatever's left with. Let this thing dry. So meanwhile, we can just do all this fine details. taking all those darker colors like brown and all. Like taking some brown color. That's burnt sienna, a little bit of olive color in that. Burnt sienna, a bit of ultramarine blue. Gonna make this thing dark. And these are some last final details what I'm working on. So just you have to give the safe spot basically. A little bit of orange too. A little bit of orange color as well. Just make it darker. So just like this, we're gonna keep going. Just dark. We just have to keep making this dark colors. Burnt sienna, ultramarine blue, just 10 more minutes. I'm just gonna make all these dark colors. Ultramarine blue now. French ultramarine blue. Just dark color itself. So these are some just some last final detail I forgot about. A bit of work over here too. But the same burnt umber with that bit of ultramarine blue. Okay, this is good. Come down carefully. Okay. The same dark colors, you have to maintain this angle. The angle which is over here. You gotta maintain that angle over here. That angle is maintained. What's ultramarine blue and that burns you. So these are some last detailings before we start the dark color, because I was just waiting for this portion to get dry. So meanwhile that is drying, we'll just complete everything. These darker lines and all, this is what we have to do over here. Over here. There's a bit of linings at some places at the top. A bit. Almost done. Just last final detailings. I'm just gonna start with this last thing over here. As I told, I'm just going to start with this last portion. So just not going to detail that much. Okay, so that's our last thing what I'm gonna work. So burnt umber, wallet, and all the same colors, and that portion especially I'm not gonna detail that much. So you can just take orange, wallet, all this kind of color, and this time very loose, like no detailing, nothing. But this is there's only one thing you have to remember, that you're gonna avoid the grass, this plants. You have to maintain those shapes of the plants now. Just maintain the shapes of the plants, what you have got over there. So I'm just trying to maintain those shapes. And you have to come down with that. Because light is coming over there, so you have to maintain. Just one line over there is highlighted. And you can just take less water, because here we don't need to retain much. So you can just directly take that orange with wallet mixer, orange color, mix it with wallet, and don't take water. I mean, you have to take water like just 1 or 2 drops of water. You should have some thick mixers. Just leaving some shape of the leaves. Okay. Like this. Just gonna come inside this. At some places, you're gonna make some of the portions darker. You gotta keep going with that. Just maintaining the shapes. Okay, I'm just making this whole portion in dark color. I'm just trying to maintain all the shapes of over here very loosely again. There's no need to focus over here. And just at some places, what you can do, you can just take pure water, just a lot of water, and you can just leave it over here. So that flow, what you'll get after that, that will make it look more better. Because this is that portion which you don't want to detail. So at some places, just water, at some places, just pure ultramarine blue. So this kind of variation will make it look more better. So, in this way, that I've just left the water, so that flow what I've got, that is going to look amazing. just leaves and all, just gotta make some shapes out of it. You just say I've got some shapes out of it. And if you want just some places to be blurred out, like this seems to be very detailed. So I'll just take pure water and I'll just sort of leave it over there. So that will flow down and we'll just make it less detailed. That flow will also look good. The flow, what you'll be getting over here in that way. So even that looks good. It's not like that that will not look good. It will not look messy. That will look very good. You just leave it like that. Just no detailings. Just this dark colors. And here though light is coming over here. So there's no need to paint at this side of it. Just that simple dark colors, and the bottom portion is also, I would say, it's just random dark colors you could add. Just very loosely you could have just something. Yeah, I mean, this portion you don't have to detail at all. I think we are almost done. Yeah, almost done. Just like 1 or 2 lines over here randomly we could add. Otherwise, we are done. Like just some lining, because that's our main thing. So whatever
Okay.
things that you have to add over there.
How dirty it is. Can't really see it. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate. No.
Just done. Simply completed.
No, Arun.
Okay, we're working.
I'm working on that wall behind the flowers.
Okay.
So what did you do? How are the color blending into each other?
What I did, like when I was
Did you
using all
just
those,
spray something on it?
when I was using all those dark colors, so on the light area, I just took a lot of water. I just left over there, so that color flew down like that.
Ah, okay.
Because that just even gives a beauty, and at the same time, it doesn't look like detailed. So I mean that makes it look better. Like this is here, if you see, seem like it's cut. So what I'll do, I'll take a lot of water and I'll just leave it over here and I'll just let it flow down. So that will make it blurry, and at the same time, it will just give you good effect of flow as well.
Okay.
I think it's done.
What did you do? You pulled the water brush, is it?
No, I just took a lot of water and I just left the water at that place, so that will flow down. Like there's this place over here, so I'll just take a lot of water. I'll just leave the water over here, so that color, all the colors are wet, so that will flow down over here. This is what I've done. Mixing with all those dark colors and all. And just like at last, maybe just 1 or 2 lines at some places can be added. Otherwise, let's start. I don't want to do a lot of details. Just a loose line over here. And with the dry brush, maybe you can just add a bit of textures with them. This is it. This will be enough. Yes. Masud complete?
Not yet. Like the
Okay.
details
Okay.
flowers are left.
Okay. Okay.
Varun, can you send the picture of your final painting?
Yeah, sure, I'll do just after the class.
This was very difficult for me. Mine is not looking so connected. I'll have to connect it.
Oh, which one? Like which portion is not
The whole
connected?
wall and the shadow thing. Wall and the shadow thing is not looking connected at all. I need to connect.
Okay, that's fine. Just send the photo later
The
on once you
left
complete.
side thing.
Okay, got it. This one.
Yeah, that. You did this on A4 or A3?
It's easy. I never work on A4.
Okay, okay.
Seema, completed? Okay. Kriti, completed?
Varun, you're asking me, Kirti?
Yeah. Sorry, Kirti.
Yeah, I'm done nearly. I've got some dark bits to do, but I need to get going now. I will share the image with you later.
Yeah, sure. Any questions you have?
Okay.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's quite clear. It was a really nice class. A lot of techniques were explained very well. Thank you. I will share the painting later
Sure.
with you.
Sure.
Thank you.
So
Varun, I'll share the painting later, okay?
yeah,
Thank
okay.
you.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Varun.
Sarah,
Thank you. Bye,
completed?
everyone.
I've nearly finished, but I'll share it later if you like. Not quite finished.
Yeah, sure, it's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, bye. Nazia? Done?
Bye. Have a
Yeah,
nice week.
thank- yeah, you too, Sarah. Everybody, bye. Bye,
Bye.
Varun. Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Varun, can you just show the left side window?
Okay. Just okay.
Oh, okay. It's not,
Okay.
it's very loose, right? It's not detailed much, right?
No,
The
I
window
mean,
code.
I've done in kind of very loose way.
Hmm.
Detailing, maybe at some time detailing is good, but mostly loose style looks more better. I mean, for me,
Mhm.
like I just mostly go with that loose patches and all.
Okay. Varun, I'm sharing my picture. Can you just take a look?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just sending one.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, Varun, I just shared.
It's looking good. Maybe I feel that some places over here can be more darker between those leaves, you know. वो कुछ अलग
Okay.
तरीके से बीच में व्हाइट छुटा हुआ है तो उसमें
हाँ, हाँ.
थोड़ा सा टाइम देके बीच बीच में से जो व्हाइट कवर है उसमें यहाँ पे डार्क कलर कवर करना और सिर्फ लीफ दिखना चाहिए लीफ के अलावा कोई और बैकग्राउंड में कलर नहीं दिखना चाहिए
Okay. Either it should be dark or the color of the leaves, right?
या वहाँ पे कोई
Okay.
भी ऐसा ब्लैंक स्पेस जो फोर्स लेकर नहीं दिखना चाहिए इवन ओवर हियर यहाँ पे कहीं कहीं पे यू हैव टू डू दैट इफ यू सी माइन कहीं भी मेरा दिख रहा है ऐसा ब्लैंक स्पेस इट इज द
हाँ.
ट्री और आइदर द फ्लावर्स
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And rest it's looking good. It's good. It's I mean I can see the improvement from previous paintings. Glow and all the colors and all are coming good.
Thank you, Varun.
Yeah. Bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.
See you. Bye.